So this right here is the Seattle versus Green Bay game last night, which was the 18th of 2015. Highlights and talk realm.
Leading up to the Arizona game, late November, Coach Carroll had a talk with the leaders and talked about playing for each other. What do you remember about that conversation with Coach?
I remember he pulled us into the room and it was just, the core guys. We pretty much just talked about playing for one another, and if we could put our egos to the side and do that for one another, we could be unstoppable. Our ability to play for one another and sacrifice stats and sacrifice our bodies for one another makes us different. I think that brings a different kind of passion, a different kind of energy to the football field, and I think that's what separates our team. The defense steps up there. The Seahawks are all home.
Mindset in facing number 12.
If you treat him differently because he's injured, you think that you have some kind of advantage over him, then it can hurt you, come back and bite you. But if you treat him with utmost respect and come and finish the job, then you'll get what you need to do done.
When you
in the play, can you get up there and you may have an option that's a run option, or maybe have another pass option?
Yeah, the way we've been going, I have full control at the line. We've talked about checks based on defenses that we can get to really quickly, and that's what you got to do when you play on the road. You got to do a lot of silent count, a lot of silent signals and stuff.
I wouldn't know how you do all
You
that.
can't get the New York Bozos in there, you know what I mean?
New York Bozo! New York Bozo!
You notice I haven't asked you about your leg?
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Aaron Rodgers has a slight tear in his calf. You know what that calf is and his mobility going up against the Seahawks transfer.
Probably the key to the game.
Integrated to force some turnovers.
So basically, you don't have prayer.
We don't mind people saying that.
You're going to hate me for this. But if you win this week, I think that's how most people see this.
That's terrible. You're better than that.
No, I'm not. No, this is the meanest thing I've done to you so far.
Yeah,
Race it.
Yeah.
Now, you put down there, what's the theme? What's the rallying cry?
Team. Teams winning. Not players, not names. Teams win. Talented teams, not lucky teams. We'll take a little luck though this Sunday.
That was composure right there. So they've been sitting here talking about Aaron Rodgers' calf muscle and how it's really bad and all that. And the thing that he has to do is he has to really milk it. So that means that he has to be down right here when he's all alone at nighttime by himself, when he's really in his own zone, and just in tune right into it. Just milk it. Just don't let your eyes off of it. Don't let your breath off of it. Don't let anything come off of it. You stay on it. You try to tighten it. You try to tighten the muscles around it. You try to open up the flexibility of the ankles and the knees and the hip. And that's what helps that out. And that's what helps that out so much. And that's what you do. Okay, so this is what I'm about to show you right now. I want you to see how quick they get up to the line and snap the ball. If everyone on your team is that focused in their zone, this is the type of capability you could then do, which throws off teams and you get open plays like this, but then you make them count. This is exactly what I've been talking about. Watch this. They were not even ready, so that means the cornerbacks will definitely not be ready. And you have that close of a amazing play if you just get the pass off. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of mindset, thought, composure you need to keep together as a team and know you have a duty to do. So then you can do things like that and be more strategic in those type of ways. You know? It's basically cheating because you're so smart about the game. Nobody is doing anything but you. So if you're in the game and you're getting ready for the game, you have to realize that it doesn't matter about anybody else, what they say or anything, because you're the one that has to play the game. So you have to remember that you can only do your part. If you can only play your part and you do what you have to do, and you have everyone else doing their part, then you're good. And you go harder than your part, which means that you kind of work harder, but you still stay in the realms of your own part. And that's how you make things better. You know? Everyone has to feel that way, though. And that's how it all comes together. Oh my God. Take that shit to the motherfucking grave.
But when you start throwing balls down the field and allow him to make a play, typically he's better than the receiver at playing the ball.
Oh, take that shit to the motherfucking grave.
It's going to be knocked out inside the 5.
That's adversity. Oh.
Jermaine Kearse, and it's a kick.
Get money, bitch.
Packers are in better shape than they were 5 minutes ago. Excellent coverage by
Oh my God. Talk about falling into your hands. That is that good. Oh my goodness. Oh shit.
Are you a little bit curious?
Oh. Your boy just be doing some crazy stuff.
So because of that, the ball gets
Holy crap. That's adversity for you. That's things that make you feel excited in crazy moments of time. That is a moment in time, and that is two amazing teams battling. Wow.
interception at the end with
Let's get this. Now, something crazy that you can do that really steps up a game is taking X receivers that are very bright and whose joint muscles make them super quick, you know, like basically drafted out of into the NFL that didn't make it, turn them into cornerbacks, you know. You can teach tackle, you could teach fundamental tackles, you could teach them where to be, but first off, they've played against cornerbacks at all times, so that means that one, they already know what they're kind of thinking, how to get past them, which means now you know how to make sure they don't get past you. You read the ball incredibly, and you have amazing hands. That right there is a 3-to-1 ratio, 3 being better than the 1, which is basically tackling. And I would semi-take that every day. That means that your linebackers will work a lot harder, and cornerbacks don't really tackle that often, you know, so it's something that you could easily pick up on. Just gain a little bit more muscle mass, and then you just become hard. And if you could learn to get aggression in yourself, become a hard hitter too. I mean, it doesn't really matter about hard hits, because if the ball comes your way, you're just going to take it away. You know, you've run all those routes throughout your whole life. You've been running the routes. So that means that you know all these cuts and abilities, and it's just the way to do it, I'm telling you. That's how you draft them, all right? You draft the amazing, and then you build it. You build the technique on the other parts. If you could get a big tight end that is quick and can catch, then you're doing good. If he can't really catch, well, that's when you bring your hand-eye coordination drills in for him to catch balls, and then he'll be catching amazingly. But if you could get a quick, big guy, those are crazy routes that you can give them with massive ability. You know, height over, I grab the ball, and I'm quick, I'm strong. You know, just quick and big, quick and tall, quick and big with hands. Build the hands also, but quick and big. If he's quick, then he'll catch the ball and he'll go, because that's athleticism. I want you to watch this play right here, and I want you to watch this safety come down, okay? This is 3rd down and goal. You need to watch this safety come down, and you need to watch this linebacker make the first initial tackle. Did you see that force he came down with? And did you see the linebacker also? This linebacker comes up, sheds, fills that gap. He fills that gap on the angle to go in to cut him down. He comes in, fills the gap to slice him down. And then the safety comes in and As hard of a hit as he basically could do, you know, and he sheds off, but he stops him. And that is big. That is really, really big of a safety to do. Okay, that's the type of safety you want. He did 10-yard run up right there, okay? They stopped him. That's perfect. That's what you want. That's what you build them for. You know, they were 3rd and goal, inches away, and then it went fourth down. And, you know, they're going for a field goal right now, and I think that this is a time where you should sit there, huddle up your offensive team, and say, look, we are in a game that's trying to get us to the championship. Are you guys about to sit here and bury your feet down and get this ball into the goal? Like, if not, we could sit here and settle for a field goal, which we did. But how close are you? That's the motivation that you have to sit there and instill in these people at that moment in time, because it's like, you're here to win something, so you need to stay charged up right now. You need to get that ball in. Like, are you here to win? Because winners will get that ball in. Not settle for a field goal when you're 4th and goal. 3rd and goal also. 2nd and goal basically. So when that 4th down comes in, you send that message to them. You send them that message and you say, this is what we're doing. You're going to let 3 points change the difference of this game? No. You're going up a touchdown. You're going to score again after that. Okay? Can't let all this hype change you. You know? Don't let that control the tempo. You control your tempo of what you do.
In recent weeks, and he's so
Protect the football. At all times, protect the football. A moment like this, I got safety over top, and I got him playing a little bit off and him playing about 7 yards off. Okay? This is a very easy go up, block, quick little pass out like this to get him the ball to take it upfield. This type of setup right here is what you need, because that's open field. Okay, that's really open field, and when you have those chances, you need to take them. All right, let me just say that you see right here, and you think this is a good matchup. Yeah, okay, understandable. But look, you're trying to score a touchdown, and we have another guy here, and another guy here, and basically another guy over top here because he's right outside of this 3rd receiver. I have another receiver here that's inside who has a lot of yardage outside, and then I have another one. You run a fly route right here, and you give him a little bubble pass, that's an end zone, because the only guy that could then tackle him is the safety, basically, which is going to be hard, but you could drop a shoulder and take it, or the linebacker who's way too far away. You're talking about going right here, catching the ball right here, and him having to come all the way over here. That doesn't make sense. This guy runs out. So now watch how open it is, okay? The safety doesn't even drop. Watch this. The linebacker doesn't even drop. Okay, so look. He doesn't even move, and the ball's already snapped. He's still standing straight. He has no clue. This guy's facing him, so it's man up. First off, and then look. If he stayed up, he went up. This guy would stay with him because he's completely man, which means that my receiver right here would have open space like no other to take it right into the end zone. That strategy, that's so easy that you could change up right on the line. But you're sitting here trying to do way too much when it could be so much easier. So now you try to give it to him where clearly the best guy's going to come down and notice it. A rookie-ish dude who can catch a lot probably won't be able to block someone who's been in the league for a long time. Sits there and they stop it. You know, when it was an easy touchdown to get. That's the thinking right here. You know, and that was 3rd down and goal, and now it's 4th down and they're kicking another field goal. So now it'd be 16 instead of 14 points on the board. It will be 6 instead of 14 points on the board, just because you're not talking to your men right now saying, this is what we work on. We do this every day. Why are we settling for a field goal right now when we need to smash this ball into the end zone, which we would have scored when I was talking about the play right there. But that's mind setting of strategy that you really have to understand. And that's when a quarterback needs to be as smart as he is to realize what's going on. He's super smart, amazing quarterback. But I'm saying, just in general, for everyone else and for him, you got to understand that. It's crazy. And now they're going for a field goal. This is bullshit, man. Why? You maybe went for a field goal the first time. Why not go for it for a touchdown this time? But you should have went for both. Literally. You're trying to win here, dude. They could return it right now and still be winning the game. That doesn't make sense. Come on. We don't practice to lose. So let's just say that Seattle just caught 4 lucky breaks. 2 lucky breaks because they didn't stop the touchdown, and 2 more lucky breaks, or because they stopped the touchdown and they went for field goals, and 2 more lucky breaks because Green Bay did not sit here and stab them in the face, making it 2 touchdowns instead of 2 field goals because they didn't go for it on 4th down. And they would still need only a touchdown. They would have only needed a touchdown to get. So this next drive, if they stop Seattle, which I think is going to be pretty challenging, then there's so much game. There's 5 minutes left in the first quarter. You get what I'm saying? There's so much game, so much different change of adversity and adrenaline that these were your shots to sit there and straight stab them in the face. And if they lose that game, this could be the reason why, because this is 14 points instead of 6. It's way too early in the game not to straight take that shot. Way too early. Especially at games like this, Oh, I forgot to shut it off. So we got an outside linebacker. Big, sturdy, steady, just strong, powerful, inner body man. Right up top, right here. Now let's watch him. This is against the lineman. Okay? Great move. Great tackle. Okay? Then next play, straight jammed him. All right, so that was first play. This is second play right here. He's inside. Straight pile drives through him, stays on his feet and makes a hit. That's the type of outside linebacker you need to learn to have strong type. He has hands also. Great vision into just the zone of what you can do. Bam! Bam! And then he finishes the job. Players like that are the players that you need. Players like that are the players that you need to build the players that aren't like that to be like that. The drive of wanting to stay up. The running that people need to start to instill in themselves, after getting hit. Just keeping an amazing balance. That's that type of player you need. The balanced players. That was so balanced. Just kept staying up and moving, then driving. That's awesome. This is what I'm talking about with big tight ends that have hands that are pretty quick, because then they could take blows, they could grab high catches over people who are squatted down very much when you could give them quick passes also. Ready? Look right here. Right here. Wide open. Okay? He is now wide open. Quick pass that you could get right over the head. Okay? And then he could take the hit. Right here. Perfect. Take that every day. Every day, take that. Tight end even turned his head a little bit too late. He needs to turn it a lot quicker, but that's the mind setting that you have to realize. And then that gets better and better, and it's amazing, Look at that. It's so open. Woo! I'm heated up. I'm ready to go. I'm right here ready to make things happen right now. So let's make them happen. When times get rough, adversity hits, you take the rest of the minutes that you have and you accomplish them. Break them down. Accomplish. Because that's all you got when you're calculated by time. So when adversity hits, someone needs to step up. Someone needs to say something. But then you also need the coach to talk to each person that you notice isn't going the way that you've seen them perform, and that's how they needed to perform at this moment. And they're in something in their mind right now, and that's when they got to get out of it. But that's when muscle memory is supposed to be in tune right now, and some people don't have that drive in them at this moment, and that's just because their head could be so out of place right now. That's why all the warm-ups that we did in the morning time prove the ways that you can go in to have your body physically ready. So when your mind is in a slump sometimes, you're still very powerful making things happen. And it never should become in that slump though. So someone's got to step up now. Because you make things happen. This is that cornerback type for run stopping to make sure nothing gets outside you. All right. I accidentally went too far back. This cornerback going to be up top. All right. Right up here. All right. Watch this. It's actually the safety, I think. Bam! And that's one of the best running backs in the league right there. That's how you get it done. Okay? Watch that again. He's holding, knowing to shed the block. Bam! Right there. That's even a high tackle, too. If he got lower, too, man. Come on. That's what we need. That's what wins games right there. That's another pawn in the deck. Let's go. A pawn that's actually more like a knight. Trying to become a queen or a king. Let's get this. Come on. That's what's up. As long as you could take away hips in one leg, you can tackle anybody. Hips and grab one leg. Go the hips and grab the one leg. You got that and drive your feet, you can tackle anybody. All right? Tackle anybody. So, just being aware for special teams. You got a guy could come off the edge, but you got a blocker here. This guy looks like he's about to sprint. So that's going to be kind of hard. You have this guy who's tucking in, but if this guy comes out a little bit, this guy drops in, You can have someone zip off this end like this boy right there. Bam! Possible block. Maybe not. But it looks like it. There was just no one there, but... So this is what I talk about when I say you want to get receivers the ball a lot more in open field because they're very fast, very quick, and they can move. And this is out of the backfield, and I don't really think they should do it out of the backfield because then it's more that they have to take care of. But by the sidelines, a little bit up would be good. But this is out of the backfield, and watch this. This is a wide receiver. Takes a handoff. You see how quick that was, though? That was extremely quick. Like, that boy has speed for him. Did you see that? That right there was quick. If he broke that tackle and learned to stay on his feet a little bit more and understand to take a hit and go, keep his balance, that's what will take the game of football so much further for your own team when you give players like that the ball in open space more than just giving them the ability to just get hit and stuff. More adversity that could hit you in the game. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. 16-0, Green Bay. They just turned the ball over again with a nice interception, Green Bay did. This is first down. Interception! Interception! Game over like that. Now, oh my gosh, you're around 2 touchdowns, 3 possession game. Possibly 2 touchdown game if you go for 2 points each. Like a true team, like true winners. That's adversity. Now what are you going to do with 8 minutes left? Make as much as you can happen as you can happen. Every play, try to make a master play. You want defensive linemen to be quick enough to be able to get hit on the ground to get back up and try to keep making the play. We'll watch right here. He sheds the double team. He gets knocked down, then gets back up really quick. Those are the type of things, those are the pawns that we want in that area that become knights. 3rd and 8 on the 20. 16-0 Green Bay. Seattle got the ball from a nice interception. Now this is their drive, and they need to score. They need to make something happen before halftime. You know, they need to get that going. And the shot they call is a fade. Inside fade, underthrown completely. And if you're going to throw a fade like that at that moment, man, that's not really a play that you really want right there. Maybe like a little screen pass or something that'll get you going. You know, at least if anything, it'll get you 3 points. But also, if anything, you'll be able to maybe get that first down, and then you'll have 5 more yards to go to slam it in with 3 or 4 downs. Or you have a possibility of 3rd and 4th down. Maybe you'll get to the 1 and you'll try to slam it in on 4th, you know, for the first down. But instead, you kind of give it up by throwing a fade, which is a possible drop. You know, if you're going to give it that much of a possible drop, then why not try a play that might be a little bit better for you to actually gain you some yards, you know, like maybe give the quarterback some ability to scramble, so maybe like a rollout pass or maybe just like a 3-step drop, but if the middle's open, then take it. You know, let's just see what could have happened. Well, down here and up here, I mean, he's basically playing man on him right now. He's pressed a little bit further back. You could do a little rub route where it goes out like that, and then this guy's coming in for a slant here, but then you have the possible tackle, and that won't get the first down. Down here, we have a guy who's a little bit further off, about 10. He's backing up more. We have a safety over top, though. See how it moves on? This whole area right here opened up for a possible QB sneak run. Oh, this was your man right here. This was just an off read because the man right here was wide open. Oh, yeah, he could have taken it and dropped the shoulder. Now, in this moment, you give it to him, he catches it. He's got to understand that I need to drop my shoulder, drive my feet to get that first down. But that's the mobility right there for that play. But then you throw a pick instead, and I mean, it's just the strategy of your mind how to try to play that a little bit better. More than one person's fault. So something so far, the first half is almost over. They're not giving, although Russell Wilson really hasn't been on the field for too long, the play calling that they're giving them is not giving Russell Wilson the ability to get going. You know, they're trying to get Marshawn going, but Russell's got to get going too because he's a scrambling quarterback. And right now they're taking away the scramble portion, and he is very effective on that. And if you don't get him going, then you will be losing the game. And luckily, you're only losing by 16 because Green Bay's had so many shots and opportunities. And it's a battle right now. It's a war. But you got to realize in a coaching mindset that You got to get your players going, and Russell Wilson's one of those guys that need to get going scrambling, because then once he gets a little bit more going and a little bit more jerky, then he's going to be on his tiptoes making nice plays happen, making the defense mess up. He's going to come out second half hopefully doing something well. A lot of ball game left, though. It's crazy. When moments change and you take chances. Ha! Now they're within a touchdown. And that's the crazy thing right there, because they could be 3 touchdowns up instead of 2 if they went for a touchdown each time instead of a field goal at the beginning of the game. And you see how much the game has changed. It's ridiculous. So when you baby things for a week, instead of in tune and keep powerful for yourself, the things that I was saying earlier about how he really needs to at nighttime be in his own zone and really tune into that area, this is things that will then happen. Luckily, it wasn't anything a lot worse. It was only a little bit of a tweak, but watch this little, it's just a little tweak that could really get to you, you know? Right here. You see that? So he just tweaked his ankle just a little bit right there. And, you know, that's what happens if you don't sit there and in tune. And if you do what I do, it'll make you a lot better than having to do that. If you did that at halftime and just tuned right in, you wouldn't have an issue happen like that right now. So that's the things that you got to work on, and that's the things that I could bring to help you make better and better and better. How you prepare to better yourself to become more ready for the second half during halftime is something extremely big, because it's like starting a whole new game over again, basically. And you really need to come out with drive, because if you do not, then the other team that may be losing will be coming out with more forced pressure. And that's how games get changed very, very quickly. Okay? Very, very quickly. When you let things start getting to you, second half, if you don't prepare yourself, then they will bite you in the butt very fast. So you have to really make that second, you have to make a strategic plan for what to do at halftime to better your players, which comes down to just bettering the body and tuning into to your own and zoning in. You know, it's not so much as talking about the things that you did or need to change or whatever. It's more your body, and then staying with the same zone too. And then if coaches need to talk to a couple players about what to do or a thing after that, well, then you clearly could do that, but you need to zone into your own body and heal your body for the second half. Something that you want to focus on also is your running backs. They need to start catching a lot more balls, so you need to start giving them a lot more ball drills, hand-eye coordination to catch. It will give them so much more opportunity. Okay, so this game right now is super crazy. And for Russell Wilson as a quarterback right now, he's been hit a couple of times by Matthews. And Matthews doesn't quite have a spy on him, but he is playing the middle of the field. And I think that's stopping Russell a little bit, giving him some hesitation to kind of run the ball. Now, he needs to remember he just needs to do his job, Russell, because he's very good at running the ball. He knows when to go down. If he gets hit late, then they're going to call a flag, so it's okay. Now, right here, he's hanging out. Okay, there's a nice gap. You see that Matthews is going to come back. We now see that the outside linebacker that was over here just came up. So he actually has a massive hole right here. Like, this is the player you're supposed to throw the ball to right here. He's wide open right now. You have a defensive back that's back here who's just a little bit further, as you can see, but you see that hole? He's wide open. But if not, he's just not seeing his correct vision at the moment, because he could take off right here, right when this linebacker came down, and make a move on Matthew, because Matthew's a lot more upper, stronger bodied hitter, and he likes to jump at you with the hands instead of staying on his feet completely. So Russell Wilson has a good enough body where he can kind of make a move on him. but then he takes a sack instead, and you don't want that. So right now it's 19-7 with 5 minutes 36 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and Russell Wilson's injured, and he's pretty badly injured on his arm, and I don't think that Green Bay really realizes it, because if they did, they should take advantage of that every single second until Russell Wilson until Sherman says, because Sherman's the one injured, I'm sorry, and he says that until he says that he can't do it anymore, because one man can't go up with one hand every single minute and be good, but he can use his feet, which is true. But it takes a lot out of somebody to have to then try to hype up other people when you're injured, and you're the one that generally does it, which he was trying to hype their team up in the first and second quarter when they weren't doing the greatest. So now somebody on that defense has to realize that, and you have to be the one to step up and get everyone else going. You got to get Sherman's back and help him out. So once you still get that adrenaline going for every other person on that the 10 people that are on the field besides Sherman, that'll help him out a little bit and take some stress out of his mind, knowing that people got his back. But they just got to step it up themselves then, and somebody has to say something like, we got to do this now, because Sherman right now he's in his own zone, because he's pain will put you in your place. So you have to realize that if you're someone else on that team on defense, you need to pick yourself up, and you need to get everyone else on that defense hyped, because you got to do it. Be that person to step up and then do something, help out. That's what you need. That's what they need right now. This was a crazy fought game, and I think this game showed that backups are a very important thing. You need your backups to always be ready, and that's one thing that we really strive and push for. Well, at least I do. And, at any moment, one can go down, and you need that backup to step in and play as hard as he can and know what's going on. And it all starts with the body, and therefore it's just something that's very needed, and I think this game could show that. But it also shows how crazy games could actually come, how the outcome could be. It is raining, though, so that changes the game a lot, and that's an insane thing, I think, because the rain was a big factor, I believe, also. But that's something that you need to work for, too, because you're not sure whether. This game also shows fight, drive. This has been the most adversatile game ever, just back and forth, different type of turnovers. And I think this game portrays every aspect of what football can do. And that is an insane thing. But it all still comes down to the body and what you can do. What you can do for your team, what you can do to help each player on your team, what you can do for yourself to help the team. And there's still so much game left, and there's 2 minutes left in this game, and it's ridiculous. And the stupidest move that was ever done in this game, let me just say, was the last interception by Green Bay. They told him to go down when he should have pick-sixed it. Oh my God, what is he thinking? 5 minutes left is so much time in the NFL for quarterbacks. You have no idea. If you ever go down again, I will kick you off of my team, because that is the worst play that you ever could have done. You send that for points every single second. Get as close as you can. If you're not in field goal range, then you better run to field goal range. Don't ever kneel down like that. Ever. What are you thinking, my dude? If they lose the game, they lose it because of that and the 2 field goals at the beginning of the game. We got ourselves a football game! We got ourselves a football game! We got ourselves a football game! Ah! He caught that shit! Now they got to score! We got ourselves a football game to the end! Let's get it and go! How were championships born? Let's go! Ah! Get that shit and go! Get it and go, my dude! Get it and go! Get him, get him, get him, Get him. Get it. Get it. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how professional. Go to get it. Go to get it. Go to get it. Go to get it. Let me just say that right now, 19-22, 26 seconds left with Green Bay, 3rd down and 10. I'm sitting here thinking, they did not go for 2 inches. 1st down in inches, touchdown in inches at the beginning of this game. And now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. And I just want to say that this video that I just made is ridiculous because it proves what needed to be done to win the game. And if they don't win this game, which they should have, you know, like even if they got one of those touchdowns and not the other touchdown and they settled for the field goal instead, they'd still be up by 4. They'd still have 4 more points on the board and they'd be winning. Come on, man. Let's go. Who is an NFL champion? Me. Let's do this. So strategic in the mind, understanding the game, understanding life, understanding ability. And now he has his field goal, which is a massively long field goal. And let's see what happens. Hopefully he gets this. If not, crazy. He got it! Oh my God, he got it! He got it! He's going to overtime! You are lucky! Oh my God, 14 seconds left though. This is a beautiful game. This is a game I cherish in my heart. Let's be for real. I got to live this game out every second of the way, and I am flabbergasted by what's happening right now. Just the result of life right now for this game and for these players. This is just crazy. But I mean, this game should still be won right now, for real. This game should be won right now because those 2 you did not go for in the beginning. But it's like, oh, what if you didn't make one of those? Well, the whole game is still altered and nothing of this would have happened during that game. But I'm saying, oh my God, man. Now, this is where it gets a little bit crazy because this is the coin toss for overtime, and Green Bay has all their basically head starters out there, and Seattle brings out the kicker to call the coin toss. So right now you're thinking, damn, like this is kind of like a mind crazy type thing because Seattle now has all their players that the coach can sit there and keep talking to and keep driving in their head. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. And Green Bay sitting here just waiting for a coin toss, listening to the rules and what's going on. And it's going to be crazy now to see what the outcome is of this. The game that leaves you speechless is this game right here. The way this game ends leaves you speechless. This game right here. Oh my God! That's insane of a game. But that's the reason why. Look, I'm telling you, man. Everyone came out on the team to help out the coin toss. The coach had all that time to sit there and talk to all his players. Green Bay decides to go down thinking it's won instead of taking off on that pick 6 they could have had for their last interception. The 2 that they did not go for in the beginning of the game, they sat there and they didn't go for them, and now look what happens. You know, if you took that chance, maybe the outcome would be a little bit different than losing. And then this last catch, the last 2 catches of this game were just ridiculously crazy. I mean, they didn't have that great of a game, but they just came in the game right now. And this might have just won them a Super Championship. This might have won them another Super Bowl championship. Like this right here just knocked them in their face. Now they have this whole week to think we can't come back out and be this sloppy. And now they're going to go and hand it to them. That is crazy. Crazy life right here. Crazy moment in life for some people. Crazier moment in life for other people. Moments in life for me to build myself up to become something like this one day. That's insane.
Overwhelmed with emotion, Russell Wilson 3 for 3 on that final drive, 80 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
Got
Huh.
better as the game went on. Saved the best for last. The 63-year-old Pete Carroll has got his team back in the Super Bowl.
One of the craziest games around. A game that you wish just would not end.
Type of play, Joe. No mental help, as I said.
Wow.
They give the big play guy, Jermaine Kearse, an opportunity one-on-one. Russell Wilson sees it. Look at the throw.
Wow.
Drops it right out of the sky into the hands of Jermaine Kearse's.
Such a crazy game.
Look on the face.
Wow.
And Brandon Bostic, second-year pro out of Newberry, who could not corral the onside kick try. Seahawks took the lead.
This game was adversity. This game was fight. This game showed every aspect of what could go on in football. This game showed every aspect of what could go on in football.
Pete Carroll told me at the half this offense just needs to stay patient. They need to stay with it. Easier said than done. What was key for you guys there?
Just making the plays at the end, keep believing. There was no doubt. I just had no doubt. We had no doubt as a team. Man,
They are an all four-quarter team. They most definitely are.
for the check to the play that we just ran through the touchdown. So I'm gonna throw a touchdown and win the game. Sure enough, man. I just believe God's prepared me for these situations. God's prepared our team too as well. I'm just like I said, I'm honored to be on this team. I'm going to the Super Bowl again.
Yes, you are. Congratulations. Thank you.
Every team had multiple chances in Russell Wilson.
Wow.
He was drafted in the 3rd round out of Wisconsin by John Schneider and the Seahawks. Schneider fought for him.
Something insane.
The winner. Back to
Life is a crazy. This dude's riding a bike.
the guys on the set.
This is insane. How does this happen? Hard work, dedication, becoming one. Take care. One last thing to think about and realize is how I have developed this whole game out. The things, the tips, if you watch this game and you are a true understander, then you understand that the things that I said are just professional level critiquing, understanding, helping, strategic, poised, controlled, ready, so ready. And I hope everyone believes it and someone will give me a shot. This game was so good, you just don't want it to be over. This game was so good, you just don't want it to be over. You don't want that part of life to be over. And that's the insane part. I just want to say one last thing, is that people all strive about it being a team and people coming together as a team. But you need to realize that it's you doing your job is what is the team. So you need to focus on yourself. Worry about everybody else, yeah, and worry about things like that, but You need to work on yourself and your techniques, because if you're worrying about other people and what they're doing, you're not focusing on you bettering yourself in this position. So you do that and then you could help somebody else, but you need the mindsetting to always know to do this. Focus on yourself and your technique and your concentration through the game. Because if you get too involved, then that's your mind going away while you're still battling someone whose mind's not worried about that. And that's when you start becoming a factor of we don't like when the game is being played. For example, if you're a defensive lineman and an offensive lineman, and the offensive lineman's too busy thinking about something else and mad at somebody else, then the D lineman's going to blow past and make a move because the offensive lineman isn't fully mindseted and tuned. That's all I needed to say, thanks, but you need to focus on that. I build players, not just a team. I build each individual player to become the team.